Welcome to Chasing News. I'm Bill Spadia. Puppies, the forgotten victims of Hurricane Harvey. What about the dogs? We're going to have a story for you tonight about the dogs that are headed to our region. They need a home. And how about Kim Kardashian channeling Jackie O? You know what? There's got to be a line of respect somewhere. We'll break it down for you tonight. And is it going to be Goodbye Columbus? Hello, Joe DiMaggio. Well, legendary Saturday Night Live icon Joe Piscopo is going to join me tonight to talk about it. Plus, we've got all the headlines that are relevant to you and, of course, your local weather. All that coming up. But I want to start with a story about our region's response to Hurricane Harvey. What are people from our area doing, and where are they today, and how are they helping? Alex Zidane has the full story for you.
Hurricane Harvey continues to create nightmarish conditions for the people of Houston, Texas, with flooding, levees breaking, and people being stranded. But local rescue units are on their way to help with rescue and recovery in that area. One of them is Task Force 1, New Jersey's elite urban search and rescue force that just arrived in Texas on Tuesday. To find out more about the task force's mission, I talked to Dave Smolka, a Trenton Fire Captain who has served on Task Force 1 for over 20 years, including responding with them to 9/11. And he told me about the mission of the task force as the busy work of the Trenton Firehouse buzzed around him.
And what we are is a resource for the state of New Jersey to help out in disasters.
It's tough work in and out of the boats, 12 hours on and 12 hours off, but these guys do it because they want to help people.
When we're there is to try and rescue and save as many people as possible, you know, and do what we can to try and help.
President Donald Trump visited Texas on Tuesday and said recovery efforts are going well, but it's going to be quite a long time before the areas of Houston that are hit hardest by Hurricane Harvey come back to anything close to normal. For Chasing News, I'm Alex Zidane.
Thank you, Alex. All right, I want to bring in our great panel for tonight to break this topic down for you. I'm joined by Jeanette Hoffman, political strategist. Jeanette, always good to see you.
Thanks, Bill.
And John Harmon, welcome to Chasing News. You are the president of the New Jersey African American Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to Chasing News.
Thank you.
So the president tweeted out this morning, I want to get to what Alex talked about in the task force and what our region is doing. But John, let me start with you. President tweeted out this morning he was headed to the region, and I understand not Houston directly, but what do you think, what does this mean to a region, have the president come out there? And do you think this is a political stunt? Do you think it's necessary that he's there? What do you think?
Well, I think it's significant to have the president at any time chime in on any event.
Jeanette, let me ask you, I mean, our governor, Governor Chris Christie, in 2012 got himself in all kinds of political hot water for the so-called hug with President Obama after Hurricane Sandy. It was more of kind of a grip handshake.
Yeah.
But that aside, do you think some of the mayors and political people in Texas might get themselves in hot water for embracing President Trump?
No, I don't think so. Look, President Trump being on the ground in Texas is so important to that region because it sends a strong message to the rest of the country that this is a priority, that helping Houston, helping the areas affected by Harvey is going to be a priority moving forward. And it's going to take years to rebuild, Bill. I mean, don't forget what happened here in Superstorm Sandy. So I think it's really interesting in the fact that President Trump is not a normal politician. He's a CEO with a real estate background, too. So it should be really interesting.
What do you make of the criticism, though? I mean, people are already criticizing him. There were a couple pundits on Talking Heads already saying, what do you...
You know what? If he didn't go there, he'd get criticism. So, you know, I take that with a grain of salt. I think he's doing what he needs to do and really getting ahead.
What did you hear, though, specifically?
You know, I heard that it's political for him to go down there, and that there's a search and recovery effort going on, and he could take away resources from that. But it's important to note he's in Corpus Christi, where most folks are back in their homes. Houston is still undergoing a search and recovery effort.
So, John, you give the president credit for being presidential on this one?
You would have to, but the proof is in the pudding. People are
always going to say that a little bit.
Yeah, people are going to always criticize, but I think. You have to give him credit. Hopefully, this might be a reset moment for the president because he's has had a number of missteps leading up to this event.
Governor Chris Christie, he doesn't have the fleece out yet this, but he did send a group, Task Force 1, went down to Texas to help out. I mean, they got turned back trying to get to San Antonio, redeployed to Katy, and they're having some difficulty. But what does this say, Jeanette, to you about Christie's leadership? Is this a political stunt on his side, or does this show that he's good in a crisis?
I think it shows leadership. I mean, he of anyone understands what a natural disaster and what a crisis like this after Sandy means to the region. I think a lot of other states are doing the same thing. New Jersey actually has a number of folks over there. PSE&G sent some linemen over there. You know, we're doing our part too to help out Texas.